Gonna talk for a second about logic. Hold on, don't leave me yet. I've been waiting a while to make this because I knew it's kind of boring, but it's important, and I really think you should listen just for a sec. So, logic's important because it turns facts and stories into math problems. I know, very exciting. But this is important because it tells you when someone is lying to you. And today, with media and all the stories we hear, especially on TikTok, you have to know when someone is lying to you. The way I'm going to line this up today, there are two different ways that logic tells you when someone is not telling you the whole story or not telling you a logical truth. The first is going to be when the facts don't lead to the conclusion. So 2 plus 2 equals 5. The second is going to be when the answer is right, but the math to get there is not right. So not as easy to show in a simple math problem, but let's say 2 plus 2 plus purple equals 4. Yeah, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and purple's not a number, but it still doesn't feel right. Okay, stick with me now, because it's going to get a little boring. We're going to start with some math. Okay, normal math problem. 2 plus 2 equals 4. We all know this is true. We're going to stick with this. This is true. 2 plus 2 equals 4. If someone comes and says 2 plus 2 equals 5, we know they're not correct. Now, has anyone ever told you that a tomato is not actually a vegetable and that it's actually a fruit? Well, I looked it up. Apparently, it's true. And the answer is probably way more complicated than this, but apparently, a tomato is a fruit because it is a plant product that has seeds in it. And we'll stick with that for now. So let's make a math problem. Just like 2 plus 2 equals 4, plant plus seeds equals fruit. Tomato is a fruit because it is plants plus seeds. Logic is nothing but word problems. It's just taking these pieces of information and turning them into math. Now, we've already discussed what would happen if someone came to you and said 2 plus 2 equals 5. We know it's not true. Similarly, if they came to you and said that a plant with seeds in it is actually a squirrel, you'd know that this is also not true. And you know this because a plant with seeds in it is a fruit. We've already determined that. Our math says a tomato is a fruit. Their math says a tomato is an animal, which sounds a little ridiculous in the abstract until you start looking at some conspiracy theories, and it starts to sound a little less ridiculous. But again, remember, I told you there are two ways that this problem can teach us. Because sometimes you can still end up at the same answer, but be using the wrong math. So let's say we look at the same problem with the wrong math and come up with 2 plus 1 equals 4. In the end, we still equal 4, but we know that 2 plus 1 does not equal 4. So what if someone comes to you and says, a tomato is a fruit because any plant that is red is a fruit? So our math problem, instead of plant plus seeds equals fruit, is now plant plus red equals fruit. Just like our number equals 4 and our number equals 4, tomato equals fruit, tomato equals fruit. We've ended up with the same correct answer both times, but you know that the math is wrong. And that is what logic does. It looks and tells us when the math is wrong or when the answer is wrong. Now, real quick, why does it matter if the answer is right but the problem is wrong? Because sometimes people will use the fact that you've accepted their math to get you to accept a different answer. So now that they've demonstrated that plant plus red equals fruit, you can look at a red potato and see that it is also a fruit, which is not correct. This is a short video. I don't have time to get into it any further than that. I just wanted to explain what logic is so you can understand why it's important. And the next time someone tells you that the world is flat because XYZ and XYZ don't seem to make sense, maybe you can start trying to figure out how to make a math problem out of it. My intent is to keep making videos about logic at some point. We'll see if anyone will watch them, but I really do hope you do because I think this is important. Try to engage with this, and if people will watch it, I will keep making them.